doesn't really matter if your superpower's firing tuna melt. I tried to join the Justice League, but Batman was a douche to me, and Black Canary wouldn't tell me hi. And Plastic Man just threw a middle finger that was 30 stories high. I got a message from the Great Lakes Avengers. They offered me a membership, but I did not accept, 'cause they're a walking disaster. Like an owl with a fireball, they just don't make sense at all. They're the worst heroes of all time. To call themselves Avengers is a crime. Marcel was Europe's favorite mime, so I guess I'll look around. I tried to join Green Lantern Crew's
Come on, Ken. I'm sorry. Are you amateur hour over here?
I'm sorry. It's bad. I'm bad. I'm sorry.
Dude, those are some awesome shades.
Thanks, man.
Okay.
They're my Philip Seymour Hoffmans.
Yeah.
I've been getting into heroin. Heroin is like what I like to call it.
Welcome to Comic Book Look, everyone. It's your weekly.
You keep it up. It's just week late.
Week kind of comic book show. We talk about anything in the comic book industry you want it. You got it. My name's Johnny K. John on Demand. Francois. Johnny Gelato. What? So fresh off the plain comic book. Hugh Hef pimping out those issues. Team Supreme is in the building. So we'll go from left or stage right or whatever the hell, however you see us. If you're upside down, kudos. We got Tom over here. There can be only one, a.k.a. Shades Solar Power Panels. Next to me is the fourth element. Kenneth is in the building.
Make me blush.
Dr. Glory. Oh, stop it.
Oh, stop.
During the intro?
Come on.
Hey.
All right, Frenchman.
And, of course, you guys know Skylar, a.k.a. Mr. HD, makes us look so fresh, so crisp. 1080 what? Anyways, I have no idea what issue we're on. We don't even really know what we're talking about tonight.
No,
and
I
I'm
don't
okay
even know
with
if I
that.
can be Mr. HD anymore either.
Why?
So
What? What's going on?
Yeah, you haven't.
It's true.
You
I wasn't
sure
gonna say
haven't.
anything.
We'll let you turn the
All
camera
of my-
off, and then there you go.
All of my duties have been absorbed
And
by the
since-
higher ups.
Since Skylar has been running the same equipment since we started, he's a little bit behind.
I'm well behind the times. My equipment was behind the times before we started.
Still haven't upgraded.
Is that kind of hipster?
I mean, kinda. Even though a Chromebook cost him $200.
It's all good.
So if anybody wants to give me $200,
Yeah, come on. We're starting to GoFundMe. Skylar needs 200. He stole all the diamonds off our vending
Hook a
machines.
brother
There's
up.
none left.
Yeah.
I know, but the good thing is I'm still getting paid the same,
Yeah.
and I don't do anything. So I'm getting paid almost nothing for doing nothing. It's really a great
It
deal.
is. It's a bargain.
Yeah.
Sounds like
No, we're just playing. Me and John love doing it, and John's been doing it also.
Dude, it's totally your turn.
Yeah, I can't wait. I know, I'm taking both.
Awesome. So how is the summer going since I really haven't seen you?
Yeah,
in
so
forever?
it's July 10th,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's been, a shit ton of things that I've already done this summer.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Hot air
awesome.
balloons.
Hot air balloons. Sweet 4th of July vacays.
Yeah.
I was gone for like a week.
Nice.
John, world traveler, actually took a hot air balloon, is why he brought it up, to Europe. And
Around the world.
Kind of like the Wizard of Oz movie,
Yeah, exactly.
except I was more
he
overweight.
started here,
lower, closer to the ocean.
dropped all around Europe, and then continued on the opposite way, went all the way around and landed back in South Dakota. He actually landed in his backyard because he's that good.
That's impressive.
And so, yeah. And Ken, what have you been up to?
Same shit, different day.
That's right, man. Same shit, different day. Just wearing those straight Ferrari shirts, just riding around
From
in his
Europe.
Ferraris. I mean, he's just constantly playing with his Ferrari, like talking it up. Oh, I'm so cool, I have a Ferrari. Like, whatever, Ken.
It's that comic book look
He's
money.
got
That
to
is
drive
true.
it over.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just throttling it in the driveway.
But,
Just
you know,
showing up.
he's
Waking
a
up the
better man than
neighbors,
us.
What can
Hey,
I say? Big pimpin'.
Big pimpin', spinning G's. Yeah, Yo, comic book, look, let's get into it. Over the weekend, or over the time away this summer, I had a birthday. I turned 29 years old, a fresh 29. I feel like I'm 19 again, except with 3 kids and way overweight.
Like 30s.
So, anyway, but I did get an awesome present from a comic book look compadre,
What?
Sergeant America.
What?
Shout out, check out his YouTube videos that he's putting out. And Sergeant America, email me. We will totally make an opener and ender for you because you're the man and you need one on your videos to get it popping.
How awesome is that he's doing it now?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Getting
Especially
in the
old
biz.
reviews. It's a niche market. A lot of people want to see that. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You're the man. And he also gave me one of the first graphic novels, you know, before there was really creator-owned graphic novels. This is Howard Chaykin. You can see right here, he's drawn sexy-ass ladies already. And he just put out that July special with Image this July. Christmas in July, Black Kiss, and that's like his super sexy book.
Nice.
It has like the same kind of look. There's a bunch of sexy-ass shit in this, but it's American flag. It's like this future...
How appropriate of Sergeant America.
Yeah, exactly. Give me American flag.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some fucking heavy shit. Great sci-fi.
Yeah.
It takes place in 2011, which is funny, but it was written in 1985. So the future is all fucked up in a lot of good ways. We're out in outer space, but you know, media has overtaken everything, and there's a lot of control around. And American flag is just like a fucking, you know, he's not a real superhero.
Yes.
He's kind of for TV, and it's a very interesting look, but so ahead of its time. And like, this came out in 1985. I don't know if it's the first American flag, because this is American flag Hard Times. So was there a regular American flag? Was he doing the same kind of stuff? Because if he was, I mean, the way that he sets up a lot of like the media and how they're talking and the way that it looks and the way that they switch about it, it totally looks exactly like The Dark Knight Returns. Like this stuff right here, these mini panels of this like chick looking sexy, other simple things that are going on, and then all these small dialogue. It's exactly how The Dark Knight Returns was wrote. And so I would assume that this pulls a lot from that, or therefore.
I went to my handy-dandy database and
Let's hear
pulled
it.
up, and I actually have American flag number 131 from October of 1983.
See, there you go.
Hard Times Part 1.
There you go. So this is before that,
And
for
this is
sure.
based-
Actually, Hard Times Part 1, so it's actually probably it goes along. It was the first part of that story. I have not read that one, but it is in my collection.
That's sweet, man.
That database rocks.
Yeah, dude.
Has it-
So then we know
what year does it take place in?
2011.
2011.
Yeah. So that's funny, but
Right.
really cool to read. Definitely 80s style reading. You know, it's not that modern read, but it's definitely worth it for, you know, a dude who's into the Dark Knight Returns. Love that old school Frank Miller shit. And likes any of the new Howard Chaykin stuff. You know, did you like whatever he's had a whole Bang Tango, he had, you know, this Black Kiss, he's done he's doing that one Satellite Sam right now. You know, there's tons of shit that he is still producing, and so this is 2014, he put this out in 1983, still fucking repping.
I like how you said, you know, the media takes over, and I'm like, so that kind of sounds like Facebook now.
Yeah,
so
and it is.
They kind of predicted it.
Since they didn't know the media, it's all TV and stuff, because that's right when like 24-hour news stations and cable stations are just starting and shit around this time.
Right.
So people can see that the future's going to be all fucked. And now it definitely is. I mean, our news stations are just completely jacked. I mean, it's unreal.
That was going to be my question after you're done, is how accurately...
Yeah,
Did
very
they
unaccurately,
predict?
because they didn't know the internet. I mean, it's not...
But beyond that, then there's still that level.
Exactly. It's like it's definitely way worse than this, because it made it into a terrible, like, dystopian type
Right.
future.
How about the rest of technology?
But yeah, our technology is way beyond what they have in some ways with the internet and stuff like that, and way not even close with space travel and all of
Sure.
that. So, but that's always going to be the 80s future.
Yeah.
You know, it always has been. Just like they don't talk about the internet and shit like that in, you know, shared communications, even in Star Trek and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, they always are transferring it, having to transfer their information
Via
into their
radio
databases
signals and
and then
stuff,
from
yeah.
things where, you know, it should just be an open internet that they always have.
So, like, the internet is a wholly unique human idea. That
where we've
started for the first
expanded,
time.
and where even in those, I mean, you know, the internet was available then, but it just isn't portrayed. You know,
Yeah.
like it was even like war games, man. That fucking sick.
I just don't even remember a time before the internet. That's so sad.
Oh,
Oh, dude.
I remember it, 1994.
I remember DOS.
Waiting for pictures to load, like...
Yeah.
I can almost see your boobs.
Yeah, it's like, oh, nipple, nipple. No, it's a mole.
Damn it.
Half an hour later.
Just as good.
But I
At
think
that point.
that's always really interesting that sci-fi always takes like the short jump
Yeah.
into the future, because it's always a little more intriguing when this is what it might be like in 10, 15, 20 years, as opposed to 400 years from now. Who cares? We're all going to be dead.
Yeah.
It's like something we might actually see.
Totally.
They always make that.
I mean,
shorter
it's just
jump.
like, yeah, Back to the Future. I mean,
Right.
it is, wasn't it 2012 that they go to?
Yep.
So, I mean,
Or 2014.
2015.
15.
15.
It's next
15.
year.
It's
So
next
there's
year.
55, 85, 15.
Yep.
Okay.
That's right. So that's next year. So, and I haven't seen any hovering Ford probes around, and they discontinued the
I
probe,
have
damn
been
it.
seeing plenty of pictures of just random people dressed from 2015 and Back to the Future. This is how we dress next year, just a friendly reminder.
Yeah, the neon colors.
I am still waiting for Jaws 23 or whatever that is. And Back to the Future too. But yes, thank you, Sergeant America, and happy birthday to me.
That's so awesome.
It was really
Yeah,
cool that
happy
he came
birthday
out.
to you.
I mean, I just posted
From
really
yourself.
quick that same day that on Facebook that I was going to be at Mumps, and then he showed up like a champ.
Nice.
So yeah, good man.
Awesome.
But yes, other than that, what do you guys got? The tacos.
Well, Well, since we were talking about movies and things, I'll go with. We know the Guardians of the Galaxy is coming out pretty
I
soon.
heard of that, I think.
Well, I was looking
Bunch
through my
of
collection.
a-holes. Love that.
Another-
That's great.
I love the raccoon. So I was going through my collections and I came across this. It's Guardians of the Galaxy versus the Spirit of Vengeance. Now they don't actually call him Ghost Rider in this because he doesn't actually ride a motorcycle. He rides some sort of funky space sled.
Yeah, but it's that's in between like I think 88 and 93.
Yeah,
probably.
this
That's-
is in the 31st century, so it's like
Yeah.
future Ghost Rider.
That's
But
what
he's got this kick-ass sled with
1,000
this
Ghost Riders.
giant skull on the
Oh.
front with fangs.
Right, just badass.
I mean, this is when Ghost
Rider.
Rider's at the peak. Everybody thinks Ghost Rider's so badass. They put out like 2 million Ghost Rider comics and 2 million Wolverine
Yeah,
comics.
he kicks a lot of ass.
The realest one was Ghost Rider 2099.
I mean, yeah, realist. I mean, or opposite day realist, but yeah.
This has a neat little. I just happened to read this, and it's going through the list of people who worked on it, and it says Jim Valentino,
Boom.
manual labor, Steve Montano, repro master, Brad Joyce, graffiti, Evelyn Stein, die maker, Craig Anderson, slave driver, and Tom DeFalco, big kahuna.
That's what they always put the editor as slave driver, though. But it's also funny, Jim Valentino. So he did the writing or the art or something on this.
I don't know. It just
That would be the well. He was listed first, so it has, to
Manual
be,
labor.
it has to be art or writing
Art,
because
manual
it's
labor.
always writing. But back in the '90s, there were some times when the artist got paid more. But Jim Valentino, founder of Image Comics.
awesome. I did not know that.
There you go. And sick Dungeons and Dragons
Oh,
ad on the back.
that's why I like the older comics, just because I remember these
So sweet, bro.
classics.
Cooler
So,
than the comic.
I thought that was kind of fun. It doesn't really directly tie into the movie, but Guardians of the
Yeah,
Galaxy.
you're
gotta go see
pulling.
it.
You're fucking reaching for straws, bro.
No, I think it's pretty cool.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that movie for sure.
Everybody is. I mean,
Yeah,
what is it?
no
What's your?
kidding.
I mean, right, John? You are too, right?
Totally. Yeah.
What's your, so have you watched the 17-minute trailer?
I couldn't get it to load. I tried.
17 minutes, probably not.
Yeah, they've released
They
a
already-
17-minute long.
They already gave 17 minutes of footage away.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I feel that's a bit much. I'm on radio silence since I saw the first trailer and I was like, sold.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to do. You
Yeah.
radio silence it,
Yeah.
and Corbett, my neighbor, he was like, I'm on radio silence now too. He's like, they got me too much. I'm checking fucking photos every day. I'm looking for the newest videos, and like, you're going kin status, and sometimes you see too much.
Yeah.
That then you're 2, 3, 4 through the movie, and you're like, there's there's something in the previews that I know is going to happen. I know she makes it out of this or
Right,
whatever.
yeah.
Because, and that can
'Cause
kind
you
of
saw
spoil
that
your shit.
bit.
And when you know it's going to be quite possibly, a lot of big people are predicting, as we talked about before, the game changer of the movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be for Marvel, the goofy.
If they get away with it, they can now
Yeah.
do anything they want.
Exactly. Thank you
It's
for
like,
finishing that.
We
Exactly.
have a talking raccoon. Ha! You will buy what we put out.
Yeah.
Which they're pretty much right. I mean, they haven't screwed us over yet, but
Mhm.
I'm beginning to wonder now with the problems that are on the Ant-Man set where Edgar Wright jumped ship, I don't know what the situation was, but he's no longer involved. And he was one of the driving forces behind getting that movie made all the way back to 2006. So that makes me wonder, is something going on over at Marvel?
Well, no, I mean, it was just that he's the kind of guy who's not going to let the studio control him, and Marvel's the type of studio that's going to make sure all their movies look exactly the same. Yeah. So, I mean,
I'm just hoping it's not a sign of trouble to come.
I mean, it's going to not be the same movie it is. It's not going to be as good. If they would have let the director just do it, I mean, he made fucking Shaun of the Dead. Yeah. I mean, he would have done well. Yeah. But also, that's fine. Paul Rudd's going to be Ant-Man. That's hilarious, man. Yeah. It's going to be fucking great.
I'm actually very interested in that casting choice.
I think it's super smart.
Yeah, I think it'll be hilarious.
I mean, he's
Paul Rudd is
fucking
just so funny in everything he's ever done. The
character is awesome.
Yeah, it's just
exactly, dude.
So much behind it.
Oh, it's going to be good, man. Yeah.
I'm interested in Bradley Cooper pulling off Rocket Raccoon in Guardians. That one.
Yeah. It's going to be fine because he's the fucking coolest character ever. And Bradley Cooper, I mean, he's one of the top leading actors in our fucking world. It's not going to be bad.
Just play a cool guy, too.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, he can play anything, though. American Hustle, dude, he doesn't play a cool guy. He plays a very reluctant idiot who's unsuccessful that is trying his best to look successful. I mean, it's very good. But yeah, enough of movies, dude. What do we got for comics? Who's read a comic book? Have you?
Who's read a comic book?
Okay. I have. If you haven't, let's go. But I want some John. I want some John info.
Yeah, I got some John info for you. Okay. Okay. So, I did a recent review. I talked with a comic creator.
So cool.
Yeah. Gary Scott Beatty, guys, is the man with the plan. I interviewed him back when I was interviewing creators one-on-one. And so this was actually the project that I got to review. He sent me the press PDF, to review. So I can't give any spoilers, but it's called Number One. It's actually coming out. It should be available for order at your local comic shop now-ish by the time you see this video, which is super awesome. But, I mean, I read it, and I was just like, I just read this thing from front to back, including the letters, including the history of storytelling that he puts at the end. And it's going back before VC. Just how different...
Dude, that is so cool.
...instances of storytelling. This guy did his homework.
And it's all mixed together at different times? Or
no, it's just a timeline in order. At the end of the book. It's its own thing. But the premise of this is a story about a comic shop owner, depicts him through childhood, growing up, and how this guy got married, divorced because his comic shop was failing. His wife was, a business major and was freaking out about the numbers, divorced and whatever. But people started coming back like, hey, when I was a child growing up, you influenced me, and now I'm bringing my kids here. And it puts into action what we do on the show, what a lot of other people do with their review shows, what the comic shop people do day in and day out, and that's share the storytelling, share the material, make recommendations, that kind of stuff. Get in there, hit the field.
Exactly. Shout out Mark, Captain Cummins, Definitely. Everybody.
Definitely. Anybody that recommends
it. And so, phenomenal project. I mean, I really appreciated it, and so I thought it was just so cool.
Dude, yeah, it's a comic book that ties into kind of what we do, man. How fucking sweet.
Yeah, so hats off.
I like the subtitle.
And way to draw that connection,
Comic shop owner isn't a job, it's a calling.
Seriously, though. It was great. It was a great read. Art was spot on. I enjoyed it. And for me, I was looking at it like, am I going to like this? It's not Dark Avengers kicking ass.
Yeah.
And I actually really did. So I actually went ahead and also on his website, I ordered a set of 4 books.
Oh, nice,
and
John.
This was actually kind of a cool one. Jazz Coolbirth is this project title. The art styles in there are kind of just all over the place, but fun. And I really I like the musical part of it because I'm a band nerd too.
Oh, totally.
But it's cool. It's fun. Just all over the place. There's my favorite.
Cool. Very
there's
graphic.
There's like a holiday sparkly one in there. That's my favorite page. But
cool.
Seriously, and the other ones I got Seductions, Tales of Fear, which is similar to the book that I interviewed Gary Scott Beatty about originally, so that's cool. And then I got Adam Among the Gods. So it was a 4-pack that you can get from his website, GaryScottBeatty.com. And I just was like, hey, if I like this so much, let's check some of this other stuff out and get familiar. So I haven't read them yet. I actually just got them in the mail.
How cool, man.
So I'll definitely check
Way
that
to
out.
fucking support indie comics and fucking the creators.
Picking up the phone and being able to call someone like that,
Yeah,
though,
that's
this
so
man
sick.
is putting books on the shelf, and it's just so awesome to pick up the phone and be like,
Holla
hey,
at your boy.
I have a question. Now, the real important question is, what was my question about? So, we're talking history today, and
Oh snap!
this is the awesomest thing ever, and this is one of three, but I've been wanting this for quite a while. And
what do we have here?
1971, Marvel paired up with Blacklight, their Third Eye Blacklight poster company.
Whoa.
And so we are getting this custom frames at Michael's. This stuff's being ordered right now, and I have 2 more of this size coming to me next week. An art dealer in New York worked with me to get the Eternity one that I wanted, and also the Thor Rainbow Road.
I think I see a black light show in our future.
Yeah. So, isn't that
I'm having fucking flashbacks, brah.
isn't that pretty
awesome?
though? Like I just died
Oh
when I
my god! I saw a picture, a small picture of this. I didn't realize it was this big,
Yeah.
and I did not realize how beautiful and great
Isn't that
condition it
awesome?
is.
There's also a set of
Holy shit!
greeting cards.
Greeting cards, Blacklight greeting cards. There's 24 of them. Trippy, just funny, you know. So this
Dude,
is
that's
is
like
cool.
That's straight pop art. If you have that framed in your house, I mean, that's fine art,
Yeah.
43 years old. It's classic.
dude. And I mean,
So I fell in love with it, and so I jumped at this one right away, and I actually, so you can see these
and it's,
in
I mean, it's
action.
Jack Kirby,
Yeah.
so everybody knows. I mean, that's Jack Kirby,
You can see
the king.
the bulk of these in action in my interview with Gary Scott Beatty. So if you go and find it, it's pretty awesome to see him hit the black lights, and the whole room
I mean, they're
just goes balls trippy. And I was like, that was a year ago, and I just was just thinking about it one day, and I'm like, I want those, you know, so I'm gonna go explore and check it out. And I worked with this guy in New York, and I got 3 of the ones that I wanted.
exactly.
I'm excited.
Fucking lock ourselves into a room, eat some mushrooms.
Marvel out. What?
Fucking just get in.
Make mine Marvel. What?
I'll take shiitake. Thanks.
The Silver Surfers.
I'll take magic.
So it was cool to get to visit with him again, and I put a quick plug out on our channel about it, you know, in a separate video, and it's cool.
Dude, to see that in person is completely so cool.
Yeah, dude. Wait till you see the other 2. They were even awesomer.
And they're going to be
So.
framed just as cool.
Dude,
Maybe not
Angela.
right away.
Angela, take care of us.
So go.
Oh, diggity.
What else you got?
Oh man, I got a lot of good stuff. I mean, where should we start? I always talk about it, so let's not go with that until that's finished.
Let's start at the beginning.
Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about
Oh.
the cheap comic wall
Uh-oh.
and the cheap comic
Someday
set.
one got bought.
Sometimes you just got to go for it, and you got some time away from the family. You got a little extra coin,
Yep.
and you just go and you get a nice stack of comics, and it makes your insides feel good.
Yeah.
So let's just go through what I got, and I've only read about 6 or 7 of these so far. Had to read this right away. Childhood Hero, Donald Duck. Okay. This, I mean, the ads are so distracting, but they're so good. But this is the fucking just absolute the dumbest comic I've ever read. I mean, I could barely get through it, except that, as you can see, there's like no words. It's totally meant for like the smallest of kids.
Yeah.
But anyway, Donald Duck, he's fighting ants. Like this whole time, this
Whoa.
ant is just coming about. Because Huey, Louie, and Dewey make the ant larger. Uncle Scrooge is all pissed off about it. He's causing problems. Lifting the house up. You know, you don't want that.
As
Ants are
ants do.
strong.
Well,
As ants do, because they can lift
What
so
about
much.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? They did that.
Which I just watched. It's on Netflix. But anyway,
What?
it ends up being that they get the ants back to normal and everything turns out okay. But my very favorite part is at the very end, because it's such a different time. What is the actual year of this? What do you get?
I'm going to guess 53.
What do you got? What's your guys' guess?
I'm gonna
He
go
is 53.
62.
62. What do you got?
52.
58.
Oh.
So 1958, when you're a kid, definitely we've got this. This is completely 100% kit for kids, right?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you just have 2 page spread of all the guns you can possibly think of. Handguns, short guns, big gun, every
My
gun.
birthday sale.
This
Yeah.
must be the South Dakota version.
I mean, are you kidding me?
And then, and then
do
the
you
ad on
think
the
this
back
would be-
says, have fun safely.
Oh my god. And then it's like, it has some real guns and it goes, this one's for your dad. A target pistol.
Whoa.
Yeah, I want to order
Look
that
how
for Dad
expensive
first.
these suckers are. Gun, $13.
Gun.
Handgun, bullseye BB target pistol for $5.
Whoa.
What a
Oh,
steal.
well, they're just BB guns?
Yeah.
Well, you can give that to a 4-year-old, no problem.
I agree, man. But I'm just saying, to see a full spread that's like, happy birthday, A, put it in his name. Thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of funny. I don't know.
That's amazing.
That's totally different. You couldn't do
But
that
yeah.
nowadays.
Totally. I haven't read this one yet.
Oh, I love that one.
But this one,
I remember that one.
I had to read. I saw this fucker for 25 cents. I was like, yeah, I'm getting it. First of all, you can't even buy this comic book. This isn't a comic book that was on the stands.
Mhm.
You had to go to Radio Shack. Compliments of Radio Shack. I mean, it's just so great. These are nerd. This is the biggest nerd book that you have to be. I mean, so nerdy. I mean, it has TRS-80 computer. I mean, like one of the first home computers, and that's what the whiz kids are rocking, and that's what you get this. And it is just your standard fucking 80s tale of for kids, and it's absolutely so awesome. They're trying to. The best part about this is they're trying to push education so hard through like all the different things. They're really trying to make sure there's a lot of messages. But for a quarter,
It's like an after-school special.
it was. I mean, I read it. I read it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Laughed my ass off through it. Really enjoyed it. I mean, I thought it was great.
That is classic.
Yeah, definitely. And then we got wild cards here. Wild cards is something that was groundbreaking when it came out. It has a really nice prestige thing too, but this was also a quarter. But it is the guy who did Game of Thrones, right? George R.R. Martin,
Mm-hmm.
isn't that his name?
Yep.
This is one of his original concepts.
Oh, wow.
And so he gathered a bunch of writers together to come up with his wild cards, and so I've never read any of it, and I'm really excited to get into that. Other than that, we got this Kirby rip-off Destroyer Duck. It's the Epic Comics when they made fun of the Howard the Duck. But yeah, I mean, I got Archie with the Punisher, and then I got like all those Superman comics I just felt. I mean, all these comics are so
Mortal
cheap.
Kombat.
I got this Mortal Kombat one.
I might definitely have to go to the store tomorrow.
Mortal Kombat. I mean, it was so fun, and I mean, it was as much fun as I had like getting this. It was more fun just fucking digging through all the shit to get to it and stuff.
That is
Yeah.
my
You
favorite
skipped
thing.
over a gem in there in Richie Rich.
That's
Classic.
awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, kind
Didn't
of.
we
You
talk
like that
about
shit?
this on one of
Oh,
our
yeah,
last
dude.
episodes? We were talking about something.
Okay, kind of off topic, but okay, you know Casper the Friendly Ghost, right?
Yeah, he's Richie Rich's friend. They have crossovers.
Okay, so to me, I always thought as a kid that Casper was Richie when he was
Dead?
dead.
Yes! No, you didn't, Ken! Oh my god, that is so classic. Isn't that awesome?
They look
I
so
love
much
those kind of
alike.
things.
Yeah.
Oh, they were done by like the
Hot
same
Stuff,
thing.
Wendy the Witch,
Oh,
or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the whole gang of them.
Dude, we have a cathedral in Sioux Falls. It's like this huge church. I used to think that was the Magic Kingdom of Disney.
Oh.
And when I first moved here from Kansas City, where I was born, I was 4 years old, and I remember seeing it and being like, we're finally going to go to Disney World. And I was like, Mom, are we going to Disney World? She's like, no, we can't go to Disney World, of course, your brother's just a baby. And I was like, Jesus Christ, Mom, you can't drive 5 blocks away to Disney World for me? And then I learned, like, a little while later that was a church.
Yeah, that's.
But I was like, that fucking sucks, man. It's just like those things that you think when a kid are so funny.
All those years, I was like, Mom,
Come on.
we drive twice as far to the store for milk.
Yeah.
I don't even like it.
Drop me off. I'll figure it out. Okay?
Buy me a bike.
Oh,
I'll get there.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
It was still like on the other side of town to me though.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I saw it all the time. It would be like when I did see it, I'd be like,
You can't go.
Magic Kingdom. I bet there's a princess in there.
Oh,
Donald's in there, Mickey's in there, and then like we go to the stations of the cross sometime. I'm like, just bleeding Jesus is in here? Fuck this. Oh man.
that's awesome.
We have a new member of Comic Book Club.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's okay. This one's been long enough. So he's gonna close it down. Shut us down, John.
Alright, well, you guys know the drill. As always, have an awesome, awesome summer. Keep rocking those movies and vote with your dollars every Wednesday. And as always, keep it comics for sure, man.
Hail Hydra.
Hi.
Hail.
Dude, what is that? A local?